Hello and what's up everybody, it's Thunderbob here, and tonight I'm going to be checking out Outzone. This is a run-and-gun arcade game from developer Toaplan that has been rebuilt and released on Steam as of February 14th. It is $7.99. I was gifted this key by the developer to check out. I'm a big run-and-gun fan, like Contra is a game I really enjoy. This is a little bit different from that. This has got almost like isometric, perspective to it here. I actually never played this back in the day, but I do love run-and-gun games, and I wanted to give this a try. I hear this is a pretty difficult game, so we're going to see how far we can get. We're probably only going to check out like the first level or two, if I can get that far. I do want to briefly show you the game has like a good amount of options here. You can do full or window, you can change how it scales, you can change the rotation. So if you want to run this like in tape mode, if you had a monitor, you could switch out the orientation on it. You can do scan lines or smooth. I actually like the scan lines better. I think the smoothing kind of loses some detail. Just a personal option there. Ton of assist options. You can change your input for player 1 and 2, change from, US, Europe, Japan, difficulty levels, number of lives, all that stuff here. You can change your background. You can turn that virtual screen on and off. There's an overlay music visualizer down there. Ranking, shows you high scores globally. Cool that it does that. So if this is your jam, you can totally, play against kind of a global leaderboard. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to check out, let's see, the first level or two, depending on how badly I suck at this game or not. Okay, so it is not twin stick. It uses the left stick, and you kind of just shoot the direction that you're looking. There's also a rewind button and a fast forward. That's the the right trigger and bumper. Kind of wish it was twin stick. Like some of my favorite arcade games were twin stick shooters. Like my favorite genre in the arcade has always been shoot 'em up and beat 'em up, and run and gun is like pretty high up there as well. Contra in particular, I really always enjoyed. Metal Slug also is pretty awesome. Somehow I missed this one. Like I felt like I had gone through, most of the major shoot 'em up and run and gun games, but this one kind of eluded me. And when the developer sent me an offer to check it out, I was like, I don't even know what that is. I had to like Google it, and I'm like, that actually sounds like really cool. I died already. That's very touchy. I only made it 3%. Oh, when you get this gun, you can't turn around anymore. Another game comes to mind is like Guerrilla War for the NES. I think it was also on the arcades. I actually owned that growing up. I rather enjoyed that one. I think if I get hit, I die, right? Is that how this works? So I do not want to get hit. So do I lose if that energy bar also empties out? I think I do. Always slowing down. Yeah, you die if your energy bar empties out. That sucks. I mean, this is an arcade game. And they were always... They had mechanics in there to make you feed quarters. lots of mechanics where we're like, keep going, keep moving. If you don't, you die. They don't want you to just like sit back and, you know, eat up the quarters, or, you know, eat up game time without feeding more quarters. The unfortunate thing is when you translate this to, you know, a computer or a console release, those mechanics, I think, are less acceptable these days. Like, though, I mean, there is the ability to pause, so. It's my second death, I think. I might go in here and change to 5 lives. Let's see. I don't know if I have to restart it or not. We'll find out. I think it did, because it says 4 lives. See if I could beat this first level at least, with some extra lives. It's pretty decent though. Obviously this is an older game. This originally came out, you know, decades ago. But it shows you, you know, some of the classics of the genre. And if you have kind of an affection for this game already, it is nice that there's that global leaderboard. So like, if you want to know how you stack up against players all over the world. Damn it. Walked right into that one. This might be worth it to you. It's also only $7.99, so that's definitely not a bad kind of price to gameplay translation here. I'm getting my butt kicked. I was doing better when I had 2 lives. I can't go on the left side there. I'm gonna go like the last Starfighter and just do circles and shoot everyone. Those enemies loosely look like the Protoss from StarCraft, or is that just me? Kind of look like the Zealots. I'm on my last thing. Ah! It is a tough game. Like, I must be terrible. Even with the extra lives, I can't beat the first level. Though Contra is also one of those games where, like, you're probably gonna die your first few attempts. When you start to memorize kind of the enemy patterns, it becomes such an easier game. Contra 3 and Contra Hard Corps in particular are my favorites. Like, the original Contra's good too, but man, Contra 3 is such a good game. The original developer of this game, Toaplan, went out of business. I think it was like 94 or so. But a lot of those developers went on to found other studios, like one that immediately comes to mind is Cave. They did a lot of my favorite shoot 'em up games in like the early to mid 2000s. Even before that, like maybe the late 90s, I think Don Apache and what is it, ESP and yeah. You know, I just realized I have bombs. I'm an idiot. Using up all my bombs. Gotta see this first boss, at least. What is this? Oh. One thing when you die, kind of like starts you not at the beginning, but back a little bit. I wish it was like Contra, and then it just picked you up like exactly where you died. Is this the first boss? Because these things are taking a lot of hits. Yep. Okay. I beat the first level, even though it took me extra lives in like 11 attempts. I'm on my last life. But that's okay. I bet I have this on my Legends Ultimate. I'm running the Awesome Sauce. I've got a video how to set that up. So if you've got a Legend Ultimate or you're thinking about getting one, I got a video on the channel showing my setup. You should check that out. Legends Ultimate, I really enjoy. It's a full-size home arcade cabinet. Comes with 150 games, and without much effort, you can get like another, I don't know, 20,000 games on there. I've got a ton of games. At least they'll let me start where I left off. That's kind of nice. But I think I'm going to be ending this momentarily. Final thoughts. I like the art direction a lot. You know, it is kind of a game of its era. I meant to use the bomb there. Obviously, either you're up for that or you're not. And I'm a big arcade fan, a big shoot 'em up fan, so this is something I'll probably spend some more time on. I think I will also test this out on my Steam Deck. I want to see if I can play this. Oh, I didn't know you could fall through that. That's good to know. I'll probably check this out next on my Steam Deck, because I'm really curious how these ports work on there. They're not too demanding, so I don't think it'll have an issue performance-wise, but it's just will the controls and everything work out of the box. Whatever emulator they're using, how is the Linux support or the Proton support. This is a hard one, I'll tell you. I've beat Contra, I've beat all of the Metal Slug games. It's not easy. It's not an easy game. Let's try that. Alright, well, I do want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I do have a ton of other retro game content on the channel. I also have a ton of VR videos and other modern PC releases. And if you want to check out that, please feel free. If you like what I'm doing, please do like, subscribe, and drop me a comment with your thoughts below. Thanks again, and have a good night, everybody.